All right, peep gang, peep gang, peep gang, man. We're gonna get into this thing here about Kanye West right now. Check it out. So you know, I hope y'all watching and for those who came to watch, I appreciate it. This is the official Supreme TV. I told y'all we was gonna have more of these, man, where we get into some conversation about what's going on. So we're gonna get into this Kanye West, man. We're gonna deep dive into this old Kanye thing. Um the reason why I'm touching on this is because I feel like what Kanye West is going through in certain ways is something that I think a lot of black men in the community and just males in general with children may go through sometimes with women. And though his situation is a lot different financially, I think the social construct is what I'm kind of wanting to touch on right now and at this specific time about Kanye West. And so, first, I'm gonna go ahead and just show some clips, and one of the clips I want to show is of Kanye West. It's Kanye West actually. His daughter is 8 years old, and she's on TikTok singing "I'm in love with an emo girl." Now, due to copyright situations, I can't show the music or play the music, but you can go look up the song. It's by Machine Gun Kelly. It's called "I'm in love with an emo girl." Um, And so you just got to check the video out for yourself. It's kind of some dark imagery. And, I'm going to go ahead and play it right now. Let me go ahead and play it. But yeah, I just, then I'm going to play his reaction to what he was saying about, I think a few weeks ago he was saying, please don't have his children on TikTok. So he has his reasoning or whatever. So we're going to check out what he's saying. But first, let's check out the video of his daughter, North, in the TikTok with her mom and some other girls. So now that's what Kanye West was talking about as far as his daughter, being on TikTok with the lipstick and the makeup and all that, and singing she's in love with an emo girl and all that, So he had a problem with that, So this was his response to that situation, Now, it's a few things I want to talk to. This is why it's called a deep dive. Why I've named it a deep dive, because I really want to go kind of deep into some of the things that I don't think he's going as deep into.
Hey, everybody, I just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so. And then when people say, oh, they're going to use this for you in court, I didn't have a say so on whether or not they went to Sierra Canyon. Most men do not, there's no such thing as 50-50 custody with in society today. That's not even, it always leans towards the mom. But right now, and I'm happy that you guys got to see just a small piece of what I dealt with. You understand what I'm saying?
So, in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, with Kanye West is that he going ahead and he's speaking against some of the things that's happening to men, with their children, where, in a custody situation, yeah, it's really not 50-50. Most of that does go to the woman, it is an unfair system, when it comes to that. And so, I think that, yeah, he is talking some real shit. And he's saying, you seeing it play out in a real way. And they making him to be the bad guy. Of course, they always gonna make the black guy to be the bad guy. But in this situation, Kanye West doesn't really represent the street tough black dude. He's just a kind of he represents the intelligent black man, the smart thinker. So imagine how they dragging him and doing him, and he's one of the intellectuals from our situation. So, I just wanted to point that out, and so I feel him on that. I feel him on that for real, you know what I mean? So let's go into his next. Let's go into the next thing he's talking about now. He's gonna talk about the school his kids go to and the things that And this is where I feel like he wants to say, as a black man, I can't even, this shit is so crazy and so messed up that I can't even be involved in what in the choices of the school my child goes to and what my child is taught in this world. You know what I mean? No matter how much money I got, I'm still, marginalized and things like that, as a black man. So I think that's kind of what Kanye West is, what he's saying right now, where he's kind of trying to go with it. But it's hard to do it because as a black man, nobody really gives a fuck about black men. You know what I mean? And so that's, I think, his frustration is coming from that. You know what I mean? Even black people right now are siding with Kim Kardashian and the Kardashians, knowing these people are just blood sucking people. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to those people, I don't know them, but we just see how they operate in the media limelight and things like that. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna hit this other clip for y'all so y'all can see where he's talking about his children not him not having a say so and where his kids go to school and wondering if Travis Scott had a say so and things like that. So let's get into this one.
We as men in that community have no say so of where our kids go to school. I'll see if Trav does, but Tristan, I know I hadn't had a say so. I didn't want my kids to go to Sierra Canyon. And so when y'all talk about this, oh, they're going to use mental health for the custody. I don't have custody. I had to fight to have my kids not on TikTok. It's been a fight for where my kids go to school, and we started our own school. It's always been a gang. You understand? It's like we've never had Christmas any place else other than one location for the entire time. And we understand that. But I want y'all to know, like, yo, this has been 20 years. I've been contributing my thoughts, ideas, perspectives. Y'all agree with me sometimes. Y'all don't agree with me. But y'all got someone that can talk to you that's not being controlled by a management conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time Jay Brown blatantly said, yo, you're crazy, right? But was I crazy when you tried to get 15% of Yeezy for Rock Nation for no reason and I told you no? Was I crazy then? You see, sometimes, it's just like how people in Hollywood, they'll bully you for not being a part of exactly what they want, for not voting for Hillary, for not... Just God, I know that people are going to feel me and feel my heart just as a father. You know what I'm saying? Like just as a dad, I look up and I wanted to come to Kim's defense in some way about when everyone was attacking her about the variety, because that's just my heart as a dad. My spirit is like just to protect at all costs. And I just look at my daughter full makeup singing She's in Love with an emo girl on TikTok, and I didn't have no say nor approval. Hey, what do you think? Do you think this would be cool or not? You know what I mean? And I'm the one that made them cool. But then I'm not asked what's cool for my actual children in America. Like, nah, man. And can't nobody on their side, my side, not Tracy Romulus, that puts her kid next to my daughter to try to control her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been fired, Tracy Romulus. Not Ray Romulus, her husband won't say nothing. Like, no, bro, it's up. And the thing that you're not going to do is get me to do anything illegal or anything like your favorite word, erratic. That's why I'm talking to you directly. They wouldn't give me the address to Chicago's birthday party so that could scar in her memory that dad wasn't there when dad want to be there. Y'all turn the idea. I was just at the house 2 days ago with my kids doing homework with Kim right there. Well, y'all running this narrative that somehow I'm this thing. I'm a dad. I have an opinion. I'm an American. I'm a Christian. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm not controlled.
So I think that's the big thing that some of the big key points that he was saying was that he's not controlled by a conglomerate management company, and that's the thing. In entertainment, a lot of people don't realize that these conglomerate management companies do control a lot of people. And because of that, they have no voices and they can't speak up against the things that they're going through and the problems they have, and they can't play out in certain ways. And you got a publicist, and he don't got none of that. He has a lot of money too, and so he's dangerous because of that. He has a voice, a lot of money, no publicist, and he's a free thinker. He doesn't play along, and so he's definitely an issue for the establishment that's created for us right now. You know, the illusion. Him speaking on not going with the Hillary Clinton situation, and him not wanting to be on that side of things, and um you know it's one of them things where some people be, everybody has their views in life, everybody has their views, but those are his children, and he does, I feel like, should have a say. So he named some other people that I feel like were key people in his life that he understands, the Tracy Romulan and those people. I'm sure that those are key people in the world of Kanye West and Kim Kardashian that maybe some of us don't know. I definitely don't know who those people are, but him just speaking on him getting some people up and away from his family members. It really, in him just saying he wanted to protect his family, and him being a Christian and a God fearing man and things like that. I think that, sometimes you got to understand too, Kanye West is a part of the entertainment world, and in the entertainment world, there's a lot of evil over there. You know what I'm saying? And so, I think when you've seen a lot, you don't want to involve your kids or bring your kids to the forefront and sacrifice them to this shit. You know what I mean? Um, and so I think maybe that's what he's going through. I'm not exactly sure. A lot of people are trying to call him crazy, and that's something that he was addressing as well. Him, being called a crazy person. He was saying, he wasn't crazy when he didn't sell that Yeezy. They was calling him crazy then. But if you remember, they was calling Dave Chappelle crazy because he didn't take the 50 million from Comedy Central. Mm. And whatever reason he had to not take that 50 million, that was his reason. And big ups to Dave Chappelle for standing on that, and big ups to Kanye West for standing on his principles as well. Because this is something that I see a lot. People want you to shake your principles and shake your value system to be a part of the get along gang. Is the one brother will call it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think none of us is with that, not none of us, but those that get it, we not with it. So shout out Kanye West for that. Let's play another clip of this brother, man, and see what else he got to say right now.
Yo, it's funny. I feel like people they just want to see, somebody melt down. They want to see a dad, a father, a human being. They want to see what's going to happen right now. If I could be gaslit, if I could be pushed to a limit. We see now factually that I was demanding to see my children and bring them to Sunday service with me, because that's, one of the places they get to be. Why do I have to even give an explanation? But the fact that I was praying online in a public format to see my children lets you know how diminished I have been as a father, that I could even get to that point. Because as I was leaving church and my kids wasn't there, I was like, why should I have to pray to see my children? Why? Because it's a narrative written about, I never wanted to even have to say richest black man of all time, but it's like we have to overcompensate in America for our position if we don't bow to the system that's been set for us, that's been set for all rappers and all ball players. We don't own our leagues, and they're going to keep playing with me, but eventually not everybody going to keep playing like that. Kim chose for our kids to be watched by other people. She wasn't with the kids. Her boyfriend is texting me pictures of him naked in bed talking about, I'm with your wife. I thought she wasn't my wife. We went through a year and a half of divorce. I finally got the lawyer to hit the divorce. And why you calling her my wife then? Unless you trying to gaslight, you being used as a pawn, and Kim is also. It's bigger than any of y'all think, bro. The whole indoctrination at Sierra King is bigger than y'all think. Ungodly organizations. But God got this, and God got me, baby. And as far as like, oh, he crazy. Yo, that shit is just like, it's weak. It's just it's like trying to match the shoes to the jacket. It's like too obvious, bro. Obviously, there's brilliance through that. And obviously it'd be some baby mama stuff. On one end, it's like I'm stalking this woman. But if I pop out at a game, then all of a sudden, him not texting me back. This baby mama 101. But I'm not having it. It's up. Like, and I want to, as a godly person, not even blame Kim in this situation, but you got to understand that people who are controlled and compressed try to control and compress other people. People that are free want to free other people. I always been free. Always been me. And I'm those kids' daddy. And you're not gonna muffle me, and you're not gonna write me off as crazy. We can play fair, but I'm not gonna stop using my voice.
All right, so like I said, man, just in some of the things he was saying right there, hey man, dude ain't dumb, man. And they really trying to play with him like he crazy and trying to paint this narrative of him like he crazy. But obviously everything he was saying sounded spiritual to me. Sound like he was praying to God to see his children and have his children praying with him on TV on online. You know what I mean? It didn't seem like nothing sinister, man. So I just I beg to differ about some of the things that they saying about Kanye West right now. They're saying that he's stalking Kim Kardashian and things like that. I just kind of, I don't see it how everybody might see it right now. You feel me? Maybe that's just me. That was his wife, you know what I mean? From what I understand, the dude Pete Davidson was his friend. And so hey, ain't no telling, what's really going through that man's mind. Now, as far as him and his wife go, in the situation with him and his wife, um, that's not for me to speak on, to be honest. I don't think that nobody should really be trying to dip into that as far as because that's their personal relationship. I don't know. I think that it's I don't think that it's healthy how things is playing out at all. I don't think it's a healthy thing for Kanye West to get online, but I also understand Kanye West as far as being a star. This is something I've been saying for days is that unfortunately, when you get into this business, being part of the business is making everything sensationalized and headlined and big headlines. And, even your arguments with your family become headlines because that's how they built these this situation up. You feel me? And it's no different than some, people right now is like, oh, if I was him, I wouldn't be online saying this. But a lot of people do it themselves right here in their own hometowns and get on Facebook and do the same exact thing Kanye West is doing. So he's really just human. A lot of people make this judgment, pass judgment on him as if they don't do the same thing themselves online. So think about that too. When next time you see somebody pouring their heart out online about going through it with their girl, just because they got this money, like I said, money doesn't separate him from being a human being. You know what I mean? And I think that's the problem with people. He's still a human. He's still gonna do what humans do. So a lot of what he's doing is just human being shit. You know what I mean? So let's see if I think it's one more clip. I'm not sure if this is the clip we just watched, but let me just double check. Let's see.
So I called different people I knew, and the best advice I got right now was from Tory Lanez, and he just said to pray and ask for God to speak through me. I got 4 children, and there's so many people who don't have a voice and have the opportunity to be able to speak up. And just, God, if it is in your will, touch the people that are currently watching, my children, whatever sleepovers at, wherever they are at, the various nannies that watch all the children, and touch them and say, please bring my children to Sunday service this morning at 10 a.m. God, this is out of my hands. It's up to you. This whole conversation of custody, this whole narrative, gaslighting, all of this. It's like right now, this is up to you. I thank you for putting me in a position to be able to make Sunday service and put this online and have my family, be there. My children be there to hear about God, to sing about God, to sing about Jesus Christ, for us to be able to have the first right, the freedom of speech in America, to still talk about God out loud. This morning, God, please, there's no reason why these young children, upon their father's request, shouldn't be allowed to come to Sunday service. At this point, it's going too far. God, please. The boyfriend texts me, antagonizing me, bragging about being in bed with my wife. I thought it publicly for a year and a half. I've been dragged, and how she's not my wife. She don't have a last name. And now he texting me, talking and bragging about how he's in bed with my wife. And I'm like, well, who's watching my children if he's texting me, bragging about being in bed with my wife? And I thought this wasn't my wife no more legally, since I got I got the lawyer to finally finish the divorce. Because every time I finish the show, the Free Hoover show, the next day she dropping her last night. Every time I do something positive, it's something negative that's coming. I go and get the laptop from Ray J. Then she joking about divorce. I go and get the lawyer, change the lawyer so we can finally do the divorce. And then somehow I'm the one that's the stalker. God, I just need to protect you protect the children. I know our nannies, some of them are Christian. You touch them, please, God, today, and have them bring my children to Sunday service this morning. The devil ain't gonna win. You get what I'm saying? This is gaslighting. Kim gets black people out of prison. You know who puts black people in prison? The person that the boyfriend has a tattoo of, Hillary. You understand the setup right here? You understand the narrative right here? God, please, in your son's name, our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, please make sure my kids come to Sunday service. Please. Amen.